This scam called G2G. G2G is a scandal, it is a scam, and it is a business for senior government officials in Kenya. G2G, there is nothing government to government. Saudi Aramco is government in their area. And also the companies in the UAE are owned by government in those countries. But the other G that should represent the government of Kenya, Kenyans should know that there is no government there. These are self-interested, greedy leaders who are profiteering from G2G as Kenyans brace themselves with the pain at the pump. G2G, I want to repeat, is a kiosk. It is a business enterprise. It is a profit machine for senior government leaders in Kenya. And the companies that handle 75% of G2G volumes, the ultimate beneficial owners of these companies are the same people who added fuel prices yesterday. That for them, they would rather make profits from their G2G arrangements and illegal businesses, but Kenyans to shoulder the burden and the cry. The most unfortunate bit is that they have now extended that grid from now downstream to midstream to all the levels of fuel production in Kenya. That the same cabal in government who are profiteering from G2G, they have now taken Kenyans' resources in Turkana. That the oil in Turkana does no longer belong to Kenyans. It now belongs to greedy leaders. The same people profiteering from G2G, they have now stolen the Kenyan fuel and oil in Turkana. They are now exploring it and exploiting it for their own personal benefit. It is a big shame. And Kenyans cannot continue to be led in this kind of profligate and unabashed and uncontrolled greed. G2G, for avoidance of doubt, is a scandal. And the people who you see there purporting they are the owners of those companies are not. The second thing is that we have now also negotiated through the pain of Kenyans our political dealings. The G2G companies that were there previously belong to the original owners of government, the original one. Now, even those who joined, part of the negotiation that was there after the protest of 2024, that instead of addressing the issues Kenyans raised, leaders sat down to cut deals, and a few companies were introduced into G2G. One of them, you have seen it in today's newspapers on front page. That as Kenyans, we are talking about lowering taxes and lowering the cost of living. Leaders sat down in dark rooms and instead cut deals on introducing companies belonging to the then opposition. For them to be silenced, Kenyans had to pay the price. So, my friends in government, Kenyans will not continue to shoulder the burden of your greed through the dealings of G2G. That as they bear the pain in the pump, you are celebrating the profits. That will not continue to happen in Kenya anymore. Very lastly, the proposals you are giving are practical as well-meaning leaders. The leaders in government should not try Kenyans. Do not try Kenyans. You may be swimming in money out of the profits you are making from G2G, but Kenyans are wallowing in poverty created by the same policies. Do not try Kenyans. It is to your benefit that soonest the government must call a consultative meetings of all the departments involved. We must reduce VAT further. We must reduce fuel levy. And we must provide an extra not less than 5 billion shillings for an additional subsidy. And those practical solutions will bring down the fuel prices by at least 27 shillings. Let us not try the patience of Kenyans further. It is to your benefit that you arrest this matter now by following what Kenyans are proposing. Don't argue with Kenyans, because soon you'll be arguing with yourself.